This program has been classified for general viewing.
Once a jolly swagman, he camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing
Sawadee
Matilda.
Ka, and welcome to Thai Oz Talk, wherever you are in the world today. I'm Jay Walton for NBT, National Broadcasting Services Thailand, for TGN, the Thai Global Network, and Channel 44 in my own state, South Australia. Every week at this time, I have the privilege of welcoming you to Swiss Hotel Nilert Park. It really is the resort in the centre of the metropolis of the city of Bangkok. In today's program, I'm going to talk with a senator of the Thai Parliament. We might learn something, I hope so. We'll look at dental innovation in Thailand. You're very advanced, you know, in Thailand. And I'm going to talk about vitamin D and breast cancer. It gives me extreme pleasure today to welcome back to this program and introduce to you again Senator Bilaipan. Welcome back to the program. I should say Senator Bilaipan Sampatasiri. You've been coming to this program, I think, since the very beginning of time.
Well, you know, years back, I guess.
And you never change.
Really?
You look exactly the same as
Thank
the first
you.
day. And all this extra
I hope I get
responsibility.
a little bit older and wiser.
Oh, I'm sure you were. You were wise a long time ago because your father gave you wisdom, didn't he?
Well, I guess both my parents and grandparents
Yes.
and our forefathers.
Tan Puing Lertsak, Kun Binet. Then your experience of living in France, because you did live and work there, didn't you?
Yes, for a few years.
I don't want people to think that you're just a pampered pet. You're really a very experienced, long-term businesswoman that accepted this challenge of entering the Parliament. I mean, what a thing to do.
Well, you know, I guess age tell you that you're ready for civil work, I guess. And also my niece from my younger sister came back, graduated in management for hospitality from England, and so she's ready to take over the job, I guess, that I've been doing since 1983.
Well, that was going to be my next question. How long have you been in the hotel industry?
Since 1983, and before that, at the planning stage of the building of the hotel.
Exactly.
Yes,
Right from the beginning, I know
so I guess
you were
I
involved.
should get out.
I don't know about that. Why did you agree to accept this position? Just a feeling of civic responsibility?
I would suppose so. You know, my paternal grandfather was a civil servant, and finally was Privy Councillor to His Majesty. My father was a government official, and mother served for a few years as a first minister.
What a
In the
background.
cabinet. So, and we're always there for Thailand. You know.
Yes. The
doing
whole
this and
family's
that.
always been there for Thailand.
Well, we love this country. We're born here. We're grateful to the country that give us very happy life and so on. So this is a time to return.
What does it actually entail to be a senator in the Thai Parliament?
Well, a lot of checking the administrative part of the government, and also reviewing the laws, introducing legislation. As we are the legislative part, we try to see if any law should be reviewed and improved, and we do review that after the House of Representatives have drafted.
So you have some kind of control?
Well,
or guidance?
It's really guidance and checking the work and how the system works.
What particular aspects of all that work interest you?
I would be most interested in the culture part, the cultural heritage,
Yes.
tangible and intangible. There's two types of senator in Thailand. One is elected from different provinces, and one is selected. The selected one is what I belong
Is that
to.
the standing committee?
Yes, no. The selected one is the names are put up by organizations, legal organizations. Of course, my name was put up by Siam Society under royal patronage,
Yes.
which is non-political and non-profit, involving in the history and culture part of the country.
Religion,
Yes, of course, and environment,
morals?
all that. So
Well, it's a lot. I mean, when you say religion, morals,
ethics,
ethics,
arts and culture.
and culture,
It's the whole thing.
yes.
It's a really wide subject, and also another committee I belong to is foreign affairs.
Oh, really?
So, well, that art and culture part is what I'm very interested in. The 2 or 3 terms that I became president of Siam Society, I know that there's a lot of problem with cultural heritage preservation in this country, and it's tangible and intangible, of course. People are not so aware, and the community is not strong enough to
No.
fight with the destruction of them these days. And the government, of course, is not doing a fast enough job that we would like to see. So I would like to be able to have a stronger law to protect our cultural heritage. That's what
Kumbilapan, how do you feel you can influence that?
I think we should introduce this particular law and legislation in this country to make communities strong, to educate people that we need to preserve ourselves
Yes.
and what we have in the past, to be able to be us and
Yes.
sell us.
You are so
Nicely.
precise and so right. Thank you so much in the middle of all this activity coming to Thai Oz Talk today. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Jay.
After this little reminder, I'll introduce my next guest to you.
Once a jolly swagman, he can't find a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree. And he sang as he watched and waited till his belly boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as
Recently, I heard of a product, in fact a range of products, that I felt would be very helpful to people throughout the Kingdom of Thailand, particularly who have trouble swallowing. And I'm very, very pleased today to welcome to this program Dr. Arunwan Lam-Mu-Bon and Dr. Dunyaporn Chachotam, both working as project managers at the Dental Innovation Foundation under the royal patronage of His Majesty the King. Sawadee-ka, and welcome to this second interview, because the other interview we did was for a film, of course. But it's very, very interesting that you've managed to develop a product that people can swallow, because the problem for a lot of people is swallowing their food, isn't it?
Yes.
How did you begin this project?
We started with talking between medical doctors, dentists, nutritionists, and food scientists. And we're gathering together, and we think that this kind of things should be invented. And with the support from the Dental Innovation Foundation under royal patronage and the King's vision to support Thai people to promote the oral health and general health of Thai people and also quality of life. So we begin to launch this project about a year ago.
It's very exciting that it was done here in Thailand, and people have said, what makes His Majesty smile? And this is one of the projects about which His Majesty is very happy, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
How are you telling people about the product? How do they find out about it?
So we did several presentations. So first we had like an international symposium about oral cancer. So we give them the knowledge about how oral cancer patients have to cope with their disease and also the side effect for the treatment. And also the new technology that people throughout the world try to invent, the new technology for treatment, and also we give them the idea of new technology to help the patient with their quality of life and also the nutrition. In addition to that symposium, we also distribute this product as the gift to the Thai people from the king throughout the country. So 840,000 boxes of this Nutri-Jelly has been distributed.
840,000
Yeah, with no cost
boxes.
throughout
Free.
the country. Yes.
To people who need it.
Yeah.
The texture's very soft, isn't it?
Yes. Actually, let me show you. See.
It wobbles like a jelly.
Yes, it's just like a jelly, and it looks like something with mass, right? But when you put it in the mouth, it can.
It melts.
Yes, it can be melted, and you can like automatically swallow it. Yeah.
It's
Let
extraordinary.
me show you.
Yes.
It's very easy to swallow.
And it just slips down. Gone.
Yeah.
This must be a great benefit to so many people who haven't been able to swallow. Because if you can't eat, you can't live, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
How many different flavors do you have?
Currently, we have 2 flavors. One is the Thai tea, which
Yes,
is
this
one
is
of the
milk
most favorite.
tea.
Yeah, milk tea. Yeah, one of the most favorite drink here.
Yes.
And another flavor is the mango, a very famous
This one.
Thai fruit.
People will be so happy to have mango flavoured.
Yeah.
It's like a jelly, isn't it? But you don't call it a jelly, do you?
Yeah, it's called Nutri-Jelly because it's not just a regular jelly.
No.
It's a jelly that contains a nutrient, the carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and also calcium and dietary fibers, which can help you with the excretion.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course. So it's helping the whole function of the body.
exactly. The benefits of the Nutri-Jelly. First is the nutrition, right? The second is the quality of life, because many cancer patients have trouble with eating, and they feel desperate, and that affect their quality of life. And with this kind of product, it can help people to feel like, oh, I can still eat it.
How do people get the product?
Yeah. Since
Do
now
they
we
talk to their GP?
No, they actually can contact first of all the foundation, Dental Innovation Foundation, and also
The Dental Innovation.
yeah, we
Foundation.
have the phone number that they can contact. It's 089-664-4634 and 02-218-9027.
Achan, the product is so innovative and will help so many people. But how do people, cancer patients that are joining us today, get the product? How can they easily obtain the product?
Okay, sure. Yeah, so first of all, the product is given without any cost, and in addition to the foundation, they can also get it from the 9 cancer centers throughout Thailand, and also at the
National one in Bangkok?
yeah, there's one the National Cancer Center in Bangkok too.
With so many patients able to benefit from this, what kind of feedback have you had? Do they write you letters or talk to you?
Yeah, most of them love it, they thought that it's very, very helpful for them. And some of them even wrote to the king. We have a memo for them to write to the king. And some patients, they even wrote that they never thought that of their entire life there will be such a nice person who so cared about them. And some patients even say that His Majesty the King is their inspiration to survive.
I'm sure. I can believe that. Because the work of His Majesty is really encompassing everything, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After this little reminder, I'll introduce my next guest to you.
Once a jolly swagman, he camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And
I'm sure that you've noticed over the last few months that Thai Oz Talk has become very strongly for community benefit. And this morning again, I'm so pleased that we can present to you an interview from which many of you will benefit. I'm particularly pleased to welcome to the program and to introduce to you Dr. Somchai Thanasittichai, breast surgeon in the Department of Surgery in the National Cancer Institute. Sawadee Ka, and welcome to the program. I'm so pleased that somebody from the hospital where I've been working for 20 years has come to Thai Oz Talk today, because it's very, very important for people all over the world, but particularly in Thailand, to know exactly what the situation is. What is the current situation of breast cancer in Thailand?
Yeah, since the 2006, breast cancer is the most common cancer in female in Thailand, and the latest incidence is the approximate 25.2 per 100,000 people, which the incidence is surprisingly increased compared
Yes.
to last 3 years, which is about 21 per 100,000 people. So this figure will cause a huge impact to our universal coverage system,
Of course.
because the expense per one patient approximate 300,000 baht till up to more than 1 million. It means that every year we have new cancers of about 12,000 cases per year. So it will cost about 10 billion per year.
It's huge. What are the main factors that are causing this situation?
Well, the carcinogenesis usually have 3 factors. The first is the chronic exposure of the carcinogen, and the second is the time of the vulnerable stage of the target cells to expose the cancer, and the third is our defense mechanism to suppress or destroy these abnormal cells. So for the breast cancer, the main or the major carcinogen or the risk factor is the estrogen exposure. It's a chronic or prolonged exposure of estrogen. And another thing is which we usually unawareness is the xenoestrogen, which came from the herbicides or pesticides. This is very important because the contaminated substance can occur during the whole process of agriculture system, from the primary user, the neighborhood people,
Yes.
to the distributor, and also to the consumer, if we are not aware of this stuff.
So people have to be made aware. What's the association, and I found this very interesting, of vitamin D and breast cancer.
Before we jumping into these sessions in the details, I would like to emphasize that the balance and the balance of every nutrients is very important for have a healthy life. And the second is there is no miracle or no single drug or single medicines that could be the
Cure?
the only thing that can cure or can prevent cancers. And today, after discussing, we will focus on the benefits or potential benefits of vitamin D with the breast cancer. Many decades ago, scientists there is one observatory study that show about the related of the sunlight exposure to the breast cancer incidence, which people who live in the area that have higher sun exposure have lower incidence of the breast cancer.
Really?
Yeah, and this is the trigger point that scientists hypothesize that because sunlight have one of the major impact to the vitamin D synthesis. So they hypothesize that maybe vitamin D have the relate to the anti-cancer.
So what's
property.
the recommendation for vitamin D supplement or intake?
Well, there is two disagreement about the supplement of this because of in the IOM recommendation, anybody should not have exceed than 2,000 international units per day. But in the current trend of the scientists and experts in vitamin D, they think that this level is not enough. So normally we recommend that for the IOM recommend that people should have approximate 400 to 600 international units per day. But if anybody would like to have more, they should have blood test before. Based on our data for the vitamin D level, if we use the IOM level at 20 nanogram per ml, 30% of our breast cancer patients have insufficient level. If we use the 32 nanogram per ml as the expert opinion, approximate 80% of our breast cancer patients have insufficiency. So I think everybody should have the blood test for vitamin D supplement first, and then we can adjust the supplement.
I hope that you're going to come back to the program frequently and that we'll have other doctors from the National Cancer Institute too. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope that you'll join me at the same time next week when we'll have the chief florist and the hotel stylist of this hotel to meet with you. We'll look at the connection between Thailand and Adelaide for children with disabilities, and I'll look forward to meeting you at the same time wherever you are in the world. I'll share this beautiful Swiss hotel Nilert Park with you. It's very easy, as I always tell you, because Thai International will bring you here smooth as silk. And I fly Thai. Sawadee ka.
Once a jolly swagman, he can't find a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Now up came the jumbuck to drink at the billabong. Up jumped the swagman and he grabbed him with glee.